Whoa! What? Oh, man. Is that guy dead? I think so. Get the rest of the flames out! You gonna be okay, mister?
It smells like licorice. My backpack. Oh, where'd you find it?
In the park, right next to a big pile of questions.
What kind of drugs you shooting up?
Vitamin supplements. I've been trying to boost my immune system. All right, test me if you don't believe me.
Ferris tell you his real name yet?
Peter Johnson.
Danny Jennings.
I bought those books used.
All from the same guy?
I'm sorry, I think I should check out now, and I should... Ow!
What's wrong?
Oh, my stomach.
Gastrointestinal bleeding.
We found 13 masses spread across the wall of his colon, ranging from 2 to 8 millimeters.
Can't be tumors. Edges are too sharp and defined.
Thought it might be parasites, but we didn't see any movement between X-ray exposures.
And no larvae or eggs were observed in any of his stool samples.
Which is kind of surprising for a homeless junkie living in a park.
Ex-junkie claims he's been clean for over 3 months.
And he's not planning on staying homeless. He's trying to protect his health, which is why he's been taking vitamin supplements. He wants to be a doctor.
He's just telling you what you want to hear.
Once an addict, always an addict.
What's that? That's definitely not a fungus. You were bleeding because you had 13 pieces of bone in your digestive tract.
We think you have pica, a craving for non-food items that's caused by a chemical
I
imbalance.
didn't crave them. I kind of volunteered to eat them.
What? Why?
There's this great Italian restaurant I like to frequent. And by restaurant, I mean their dumpster out back. The cook is kind of a friend of mine. He challenges me to eat stuff. Sometimes it's raw squid, or, I have to chew on a chicken bone. But if I do it, then he hooks me up with real food, not just the garbage.
Great friend.
These fragments could have perforated your colon and killed you.
You have to promise us you'll stop.
I think there's something wrong with my eyes.
What is it?
It's like I'm looking at you from the bottom of a well.
Sounds like regional pain syndrome. Has to be a genetic disorder.
Slow down, you're gonna get us arrested. I wouldn't worry about it. We'll probably die first. Don't make me take my shoe off.
You need to run his DNA. He could have early onset of Parkinson's.
Or cortical-based ganglionic degeneration, or Huntington's, or any one of a dozen other genetic diseases.
Hey, if you let us out, we can start testing.
Gonna test them all, it'll take weeks. I'm not canceling my honeymoon to treat this kid. It's a fake marriage, but a real honeymoon? Most are.
Then he could also die before we get through testing for all the possibilities.
So we cheat. Since it's genetic, daddy or mommy's got it too. Either sick or dead.
He doesn't know where his mother is, and he won't tell us where his father is.
He's a homeless ex-junkie. You tell me that you poor geniuses can't outwit him?
Kid said he was in a state-sponsored rehab last November. There's only one Danny Jennings that was in treatment at the time, and he listed his father's address as his primary next of kin.
We're trying to make your son better.
Better? He died of a drug overdose. We buried him 3 months ago.
I'm not telling you my name.
No problem. I just need your father's name.
Forget it.
Care to tell me why?
He's looking for me. He supposedly cleaned up and got sober. And now he wants to be part of my life again. And I can't let that happen.
You're a big boy now. You still think he can hurt you?
You don't get it. If I ever see my dad again, I'll kill him. I've hurt people. And when I didn't die, I thought God forgave me. But he just wanted me to suffer. And I deserve it.
No. You don't deserve it.
I had a girlfriend in college. And I almost killed her. I just snapped. I started hitting her. And if her roommate hadn't come home, I'm evil. I'm just like my dad. We're both monsters that deserve to die.
Stop that man. I need the meal card for the patient in 243. He's eating healthy because he can. Most of the meals in here are vegetarian. Adult Refsum disease fits all the symptoms. His body can't process the phytanic acid and chlorophyll. It's his healthy diet of green vegetables that's killing him.
So if we change his diet...
Maybe save his life.
Run him through a plasmapheresis treatment. Remove the excess phytanic acid from his blood. Confirm with gene testing.
You're not a bad person. You made mistakes, but we all do. Maybe when you get out of here, you can go talk to someone, a professional.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those places you suggested had people on staff. You know, I think God really does have a plan for me. And all this was just his way of testing my resolve. And I wouldn't have passed it without you.
What's going on?
Danny disappeared without checking out.
So you called the FBI?
You didn't call them, they just showed up. Danny's DNA. When we sent it to the lab for testing, it sent off alarm bells all over the country.
Alarm bells for what?
He's linked to 13 unsolved murders in 10 different states.
He's a serial killer who eats his victims.
And we saved him.
Said he was at a luncheon meeting.
You took his history?
Guy looks like Harpo. You should see him.
You asked him what book he's currently reading.
It's hilarious to watch him try and talk. I asked him anything I could think of. Favorite color? Whoa. Favorite dessert topping? Trust me, you never know what fact may prove the key to saving her life.
Whipped cream?
I asked him if he was sure. Where are you going?
You're an ass.
I know. Where are you going?
This is either a toxin, an infection, or an allergic reaction. I assume you gave him epi, so that rules out allergies. Put him on antibiotics in case it's an infection. And if it's a toxin, we'll keep him here overnight, let the swelling go down, send him home. I'm going to the movies.
Which one of you is House?
Skinny brunette.
No, it's Dr. Cameron.
I'm skinny. How do you know her name?
I was a patient of yours.
Oh, well, if you want to leave the chocolates downstairs.
Stay! Stay away from him. Shocking, isn't it? Who'd want to hurt you?
You're pathetic. Judging by the growth, I'd say I've been unconscious for 2 days. Been sitting there the whole time?
No.
Judging by the oily buildup in your hair, I'd say you're lying.
I was scared. Pardon me for caring.
Did I lose any organs?
A bullet to your abdomen pierced your stomach, nicked the bowel, lodged in the posterior rib.
Well, I always say if you're gonna get shot, do it in a hospital.
The one in your neck
I don't remember that one.
went right through, severed your jugular. The shooter turns out to be a guy who...
Don't care.
You don't care why a guy walked into a hospital and shot a doctor? Shot you?
I assume his reasoning was faulty. So what was it? Infection?
The surgery went fine. You've had no post-op.
Me? Patient. Harpo.
You just got shot, House. You should rest.
I got shot. Diagnostically boring. Big fat tongue, on the other hand. Endlessly entertaining.
We biopsied his tongue.
And it was negative. And the blood tests were negative.
I didn't say we did blood tests.
You don't biopsy a tongue unless you have to biopsy a tongue, and you don't have to biopsy a tongue unless you've already come up with nothing in a routine battery of tests, which don't involve torturing the patient. Any new symptoms other than the increased intracranial pressure? Any guesses on how I figured that one out?
You knew the next step would be a lumbar puncture. A lumbar puncture would almost certainly give us a definitive answer. Since we don't have a definitive answer, we must not have done an LP, and the most common reason to not do an LP is increased intracranial pressure. He was shot by security trying to... House, what are you... House?
I'm talking to Cuddy.
Lie down. You've got to be in pain.
I'm sorry, I know it's crazy, but there's no other place. It's the ICU. It stands for intensive care. He needs intensive care, so do you.
He needs to be shot again.
He is handcuffed to his bed. He is sedated. He's not going to hurt you.
If your security was any good, I wouldn't have been shot in the first place.
He is where he's supposed to be. Where you're supposed to
Who
be.
did my surgery?
Gillick. Why, are you going to send him a fruit basket?
He screwed up.
It's annoying enough dealing with your Vicodin habit. Quit upping your morphine.
I'm not. I'm reducing it.
And you're not in pain?
I'm feeling better.
Gillick is very good. Your recovery time...
My stomach kills me, my neck is throbbing, my leg feels better.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Since getting shot is not an FDA-approved treatment for anything, it means something must have gone wrong in the surgery.
Yes, terribly, tragically wrong. Enjoy the mistake.
He must have nicked something in my peripheral nervous system. If it's alleviating pain, who knows what else it's doing.
Get back to the ICU before you rip out your stitches, and I have to chain you to your bed.
Why did you try to kill me?
I didn't.
Then the gun thing might have been a mistake.
If I did kill you, it would have been over. I needed you to live. Because I want to see you suffer.
I am fighting a guerrilla war.
In a way that's being called genocide.
20 years ago, these same Satibi rebels took over the South. They massacred tens of thousands, and they would happily do it again. I'm trying to impose order. I'm trying to prevent a genocide. Genocide. My own son, my youngest, he is a student here. He hasn't spoken to me in years because of what he read in your newspapers. But what he read is not true.
What about your youth labor league?
There. I was at fault. I hired men who, in their zeal, stepped over the line. And there were abuses. But that will not happen again. Inject my IV with an air bubble.
What are you doing?
I will have another heart attack. No one will know.
Let it go.
You tell my colonel I'm a sick, dying old man who can't be trusted.
I didn't say...
You were trying to put a gun in his hand and point it at my head. The gun is now in your hand. That is a practical difference, not a moral one. If you want me dead, then pull the trigger. It is not so easy when you have to do it yourself.
Allison.
I guess I didn't want you dead.
If you touch my wife again, I'll kick your ass out onto the street. I don't care who you are.
I did her a favor. I showed her her true character.
She's a better person than you are.
She is too weak to act on her beliefs. That is not her fault. Most everyone is. Even my own advisors, my own colonel. All they do is negotiate and debate and sign treaties. They are appeasers. All the while we are beset by assassins and traitors, the scum.
The cockroaches? What are you going to do about them?
What is an enemy to you? Some younger physician who covets your office? In my world, there are dangers and bloodshed and death. And that makes you a man. And men make choices.
And your choice is to send bands of drunk, crazed children to massacre an entire people?
Don't ask me questions you don't want to know the answer to.
I saved your life. I deserve to know what you're planning to do.
Whatever it takes to protect my country.
We need a blood sample. We gotta do the anti-centrifugal antibody test. It'll show House is right. It's scleroderma.
Why are you doing this now?
Because I didn't want to kill him. And you're right. I have to take a side. So I'm gonna do what I can to keep him alive.
I'll get you the blood.
O2 sats down to 88.
Going through the mainstem bronchus into the right upper lobe. Get them out of here.
No!
It's okay.
Bleeder.
Cauterizing.
Got it?
Yeah.
Get the paddles.
Going back in.
What is happening?
He's bleeding into his lungs.
Charging.
Another bleeder. I can get it. Hold on. There's a third. God, there's a dozen. Shock him.
Clear. Charging. Clear.
went down to the morgue to rerun the antibodies test.
You ran it twice?
Turns out I couldn't get in. They had an armed guard. But I saw this. It's a sign-in sheet from the morgue. Your signature. 9:45 this morning. It's right before you guys ran the test. What were you doing there?
Follow up on a clinic case.
What case?
You think this is really important?
One of the patients in the morgue was a 70-year-old woman who had scleroderma. You and Cameron. If you took that woman's blood, you could have messed up the test results, so we treated Dybala for the wrong disease.
Cameron had nothing to do with it.
You son of a bitch.
He was going to kill the Satibi. Every last one of them.
I don't care what he was gonna do. He came to us and put his life in our hands.
All the good we've done. Every life we've saved. It would have meant nothing if we just sent him off to kill hundreds of thousands of people. Look at the news. The moderates are taking over. There's hope for peace talks. You tell the world that I faked this test, Dybala becomes a martyr. The massacres begin.
I cover this up. I become your accomplice. You think you can guilt me into that?
If the cops are going to come for me, please warn me so that I can tell my wife first.
Chase, you really think you can kill another human being without any consequences to yourself?